Okay. Hello everyone. My name is Arena, the sole proprietorship of Arena TV. Thank you guys for watching. Um, so we're going to be talking about some financial discussions about, I guess, the collectible card world in general. So I'm going to go through a few questions and maybe divulge some information that may benefit you in some way, shape, or form, or see someone else's opinion on it. So the first one I wrote down is Flesh and Blood in a Bubble. Right now, sealed alpha first edition booster boxes for Welcome to Wraith and Arcane Rising is easily over $2,000 to $3,000, like easily. These, the exponential growth we've had from this set is astronomical. I've never seen anything like that. The game completely exploded. So there's a lot of investors and players saying the prices in the game is a bubble, and it's hard to believe that the sustainability for a new game is this high, especially with the whole price gouging of what people think is price manipulation with all the cards. So far, the expected value for an unlimited booster box is actually around $100. I opened up one myself and pulled an E-Strike, which I sold for like $60. It's selling for like $70 right now for the unlimited box. The unlimited boxes are selling for like $130-ish right now, and it's probably gonna go higher in the future. Be careful. I contacted. Well, I'll send right here. I'll show a picture where I actually contacted Flesh and Blood development team, and they said that they sent a print run to a lot of local game stores for unlimited, so people they could actually sell it. Most of them are asking for over 100, but around like 105, 110-ish from local game shops. And there's gonna be an additional wave after that, so that's probably some new information. Like I imagine people already knew that, but I have actual evidence to prove it. So there you go. Use it at whatever way you want. Personally, I think the sustainability of Flesh and Blood, for the single prices at least, is really low for the price point that it is right now. It's a relatively new card game, and a lot of value comes from the actual scarcity and rarity and vintage susceptibility to the elements of cards like Magic. Artificial scarcity of supply and the demand for the cards, I think it grew too fast. It had a huge player base increase and not enough supply for the game because they didn't expect anything like this. No one expected anything like that. So I think we're going to see some price recession as the unlimited product goes on, but I think it's going to maintain strong value for the first edition boxes. Regarding the future of the game, it's unhealthy for a game to have these like special first edition products, because all the investors know if they just sit on this, they're not going to open up the packs. They're going to keep it sealed to flip it later on. It's unhealthy for the game. I give it 2 years max, unless if they change the whole alpha first edition thing, because all that people are going to do, they're going to buy cases. I know someone who's bought actually 500 boxes of the Monarch first edition coming out soon, and Kingdom's coming after that. So here's what I think Legendary Studios should do. They should completely discontinue the first edition thing. If not that, they should include the cold foils as an ancillary slot where there's 2 rares per packs, with one of them being able to upgrade to a higher rarity. They should either do that slot or the foil slot and give it a chance to give you the cold foil. And discontinue the whole first edition thing, other than to have that one symbol with very low supply on and very high demand on. I don't think you should have unlimited sets for every set. I think you should just have a base core base set. Like, just keep it simple. That's all you're doing. You can have a normal box and a collector box. Just make sure. Here's what the difference between Flesh and Blood Magic is. Flesh and Blood has a first edition box where you can get only a cold foil from. In Magic, if they did a collector box, I know that they're 2 different companies, I get that, but if Magic made a certain quality print of foil where you could only get in the collector boxes, not in the draft boxes, they would flip shit. It's bad for the players. new players don't want to be restricted to spending thousands of dollars on a box that they know they can't get in a normal unlimited box for around 100, 125, 150. And I think that's fine for the game. I think unlimited boxes are going to be 150 to 200 as long as they don't overprint it. Not right now, but in the future for long term, at least. In 365 days from now, I can see unlimited boxes around 150 to 200 as long as they keep the game up from Kingdom and Monarch and the game doesn't die before then. I don't mean that in a negative way. I'm just saying hypothetically. This is all speculation. So, that's the first question that took 5 minutes every time. That's my opinions on that. Is Flesh and Blood in a bubble? Not a cracked bottle. People say it's in a bottle. I keep on getting sidetracked. I'd say yes and no. The game is good. I haven't played any games of it yet, but I can tell you there's a lot of potential in this. That's why people are investing into it. Alright, second question. How will Magic the Gathering and the collectible card world change financially after the pandemic? I've actually done some research on this, and when the economy is in a downturn, we actually see the collectible world rise in popularity because people like to invest in things other than people like to diversify their portfolios. So people will invest in multiple things, but for some reason, whenever people experience a downturn in the economy, they like to go into the collectible world. Apparently it thrives during like recessions and downturns. Like it makes them happy. That's what I think. It's something tangible that they can own and be proud of owning when the world has gone to shit, essentially. So that's my thoughts on that. With the pandemic and everything, we're gonna see some stagnant growth very soon if we witness another deflation of the U.S. currency overall for the market. All right. That's a whole different subject. Okay. Number 3, will Kaldheim be a good set for Magic? I think this is going to be a lower middle of the road. We've had a huge power creep from Zendikar Rising and Commander Legends, where we had fetch lands, we had these modal flip dual lands. Well, it's not actually dual land, you just pick a side, but it's technically a dual land, it's just non-fetchable. In Kaldheim, we have common fetchable tap dual lands, which, well, it comes into play tap, so it kind of sucks. As long as you can have a way for it to untap, that's all that really matters for lands, essentially, if you have multiple choices. So yeah, Kaldheim, it's going to be a lower tier set. I think they're going to slow down on the power level. I will give a speculation guide. Also, check this out, where I actually predicted where Jessica's Will was going to become $10 within the next month. So check that out. It's a really good card. I mean, I'm still surprised it's this cheap. For Jessica's Will right now, we're sitting around $2. To be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if this hits 10. 10 to, I'll probably say 750 to 10 within the next month. It really depends on how the set's going to perform over time. We're looking at 4 or more, actually. Alright, so, yes, of course I'm a price wizard, I swear. I can just find good cards. I'm the mayor of Value Town. Alright, so Kaldheim, lower mid-tier. I wouldn't invest in it. They need to discontinue the draft boxes. No, they need to discontinue collector boxes. It's diluting the singles market. It's good for the players, it's bad for investors. It's just bad overall. Number 4, how does Magic compare to other trading or collectible card games? It's still number 1. It's beating Pokemon, at least in my eyes. Pokemon has seen a huge surge, as you guys know. Like, I've sold multiple booster boxes I bought for $80 for $300 on eBay. So, also have an eBay store. Go buy my stuff. Support me. Support yourself. Get the things that you want. Help me out. I appreciate it. Thank you. So, Magic is still the biggest in my eyes long term. What you saw for Pokemon is what's happening to fucking Flesh and Blood. Like, it's eerily similar, but we haven't really witnessed that for Magic. We saw in a little bit trickle down effect, even though that's a fake term that a lot of rich people use, where vintage sealed product has gone up exponentially, not as much as Pokemon has, but there is a few investors looking back like, this is a little bit too cheap, I should invest in that. So, that's one of them. Okay, so number 5, does cryptocurrency influence investing overall? People who invest in virtual currency tend to diversify their portfolio that overlaps and expands into collectibles such as magic and etc. overall. I wrote that down to remind me. Cryptocurrency, where here's the thing with the collectible world. People who know about this whole community like to invest in really weird things. I don't even know why this is here if I'm using my phone microphone. Ignore. So, yes, cryptocurrency does play a part. I believe Bitcoin is sitting at $40,000 at the time of this video. Something crazy. I sold off early. It's just what it is. I don't think cryptocurrency, it's too volatile for me. You know, like, you can't really tell with things like that, with blockchains and stuff like that, how they get their currency and how people are going to invest in it. It's too volatile for me. It could either go tits up, essentially. So yes, with the huge boom of cryptocurrency, we're going to see a lot of reserve list spikes within the next 3 months, I believe. The first quarter of each year is always the slowest and like worst growth percentage-wise of the quarters of each year, because people are coming off the buying spree that they do in December and Christmas. So just want to let you know that usually in the middle between quarter 2 and 3 is when I experience most, other than around Q4, around Christmas time, where people are just buying things as gifts. That's the biggest spikes I usually see, is usually in the middle of the year, a little bit later, before October. So I'd let you know that. Interest rates and the job market has gone down after recession of 2020. How will this impact investing in people overall? Like I said previously, we had a downturn, I believe, in March, where coronavirus essentially was taken over, as you guys know. Interest rates are extremely low. The job market had a recession as well as the economy, where people couldn't work, and a lot of people don't really have money to spend right now. I think it's going to be a solid 2 to 3 years until things go back to quote normal. But we had a really interesting political atmosphere change where a lot the world has been not the best. That's the best way I can see it. The market wasn't doing that great. So it's just a multitude of reasons. How will this impact investing? Only sell if you have to. That's one of the things I have to say. Only sell if you have to. Do not sell at a loss. I mean, you can sell at a loss to invest in other things that you believe will work better, which is totally fine. Go for it. Do not live with regrets. That's what I'll say. Do not regret your decision. Do what you want and do what you think is right. Here's a couple things I will say. Sell only if you have to. Pay off your debts if you have any. Say, of course, our interest rates is low. I'm not sure if that works as well, depending on what you have loans in and credit in. Pay off your debts before you reinvest in other things. You don't want to have this big charge for no reason. You know, just be responsible. Here's the thing with investing. You guys already know this. I'm just gonna lament this for you guys. Continue to invest only what you're willing to lose. Do not go all in without doing your research. If you do go all in, best luck. I mean, that's what I did, man. I put all 30K into cardboard crack where people are addicted, you know. So, has it paid off? I don't. It depends on how you look at it. I could have reinvested this into more liquidity products, such as like stocks and bonds and, you know, cryptocurrency. Everything's in hindsight. We could have done a lot of things, but I will say there's stable growth in Magic the Gathering as long as there is still a player base, which is amazing. You guys are amazing. And every other collectible card game. Flesh and Blood, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, whatever. Whatever you enjoy. You help the game stay alive. So thank you. Okay. Another keynote that I will say is, I'm going to lament this with you guys as well before I sign off. Exponential and long-term growth it's better than short-term gains. So, like I said, volatility, it always plays a part. I'd rather have a stable, low percentage gain over time rather than a risky, volatile short term, profit. So, for flippers, I could do something like that, but here's the thing: you have to uh, calculate sales tax, property tax, depending on what you're selling, shipping fees, risk of you usually have to take 1.5 to 2% off of theft and damaged goods. Like I just had a box delivered where it got destroyed by some post office, and I had to refund them $30. I didn't give them money back. I put it on another order that they were interested in, so I'll be sure to ship that off. Thank you for being super nice about that, by the way. Totally respectable. They had good formatting. Other than that, yeah, I think that's just about it. Just a little financial talk, Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a good day. Subscribe and like if you hadn't, and leave a comment down below if you've actually made it here. Rudy, comment Rudy. You guys know. You guys know about the fucking cardboard empire investing, so. Whatever, man. Have fun.